can I say to the victims of bullying? No matter how bad it gets, you are stronger than you think. Your time to shine is coming. And you will eventually be seen. The bullying may feel unbearable, but all things don't last forever. Some may eventually regret it and will want to atone or even apologize. To take your own life will never be the answer. Don't make a permanent mistake over a temporary issue. I know the feeling of being seen as weak, small, weird, and defenseless, but I later learned I was wrong. If you feel the same, you too are wrong. You matter. You are loved, we care, and we will always support and be there. If others won't, then I say fuck them. You are smart, brave, strong, and unique. Size means nothing. Personality goes a long way. Never judge looks. Judge character and deeds. You are loved. To the bullies, perhaps you have a fucked up life where you were raised wrong or taught wrong. But the people you hurt, they do feel like you. You may be the cause of a suicide, and the guilt will eventually come back. You don't need to bully for superiority or any reason. The thing to do, the cool and best thing to do, is love one another. Spread love, and that love will be given back. Love rules everything, because that is important. Some of you are probably thinking, this is not a poetry slam podcast. And yeah, I'd say that you're right. This is not really a poetry podcast. But the thing is, given the fact that I have a platform where I can speak to various amounts of people, it really gives me perspective that my friends are not the only one that watch this, that listen to the podcast or watch the videos. Some of you are probably even thinking that some of you are probably thinking that this podcast is meant to entertain. And you know what? I get it. Some people want to be entertained. Some people want to listen to something that will make them feel like as if they can listen to a podcast with interest in what's being discussed. Or watch a video and see what the video is about. Some people want to be entertained while watching a video. Like the Let's Plays, the reactions, the reviews, the commentary. You know, it's like, I get it, you know? People want to be entertained. But the thing is that given a platform, I want to use my platform both to entertain everyone, but to also let other people know that I see you. I do. I see you. And I did do a solo episode discussing mental health, and I acknowledge it. I absolutely acknowledge the topic of mental health awareness because I support it. You know, for people that are dealing with mental health issues, I totally understand. You know, there are some people who are like suffering and dealing with depression. People who are being bullied and treated like they're less than human, treated like they're weird, they're strange, they're weak, they're small, they're this or they're that. And I wanted to let the people know that if you are being bullied, then I do apologize that you were going through that. But I promise you, it's not going to last forever. Given time, it will eventually go away. There are some bullies who will actually grow out of that phase and will feel like as if what they done was fucked up. You know? It's like if you are a victim of bullying, then let me tell you this. Taking your life will do you no favor. If anything, it will just hurt the people that love you, the people that care for you, the people that are there for you. It could be your family, it could be your friends, your loved ones, your cousins, your aunts, uncles, grandparents, neighbors. People that care about you. If you were to take your life, it's not just a selfish thing to do, but it is a devastating thing to do, because by making such choice, you are breaking the hearts of people that care about you. And when I say that it is a permanent mistake over a temporary issue, I mean that because if you do take your life, there's no coming back from it. You take your life, it's done. There's no redoing. And when I say it's a temporary issue, I do mean it. If you're being bullied, it's not going to go on forever. People grow out of those phases. There was a story, or not really a story, a article I once read about a teenager who took his life because he was being bullied, criticized, and harassed over his sexuality. He was a homosexual, and people found it to be disgusting, and some people even found it to be amusing to make fun of them. And it got to a point where this teenage boy took his life. And there was a Instagram article I read earlier today, and it absolutely broke my heart. It really made me feel choked up, and it was just all out terrible, you know? It was fucked up. I had some friends when I was in high school who recently took their own lives. It is a heartbreaking thing. And the Instagram post I saw was this. A Southern California mother claims her 16-year-old daughter died due to injuries that she suffered during a school fight. The law enforcement says the teen died after falling downstairs. Now the mother is demanding accountability. Bullying school fights led to LA teen girl's death, mother says. I'm not going to play the video, but to the mother, my heart goes out to you. Seriously. It is heartbreaking. It really, it's a really devastating thing. And I mean, she looks like she must be a really nice and friendly teen. And, it's like I don't know why people would go to great lengths to bully someone. It's not right. It is fucked up. And my heart goes out to the mother. I don't know if she's listening, but if she is, then I want you to know that my heart, it aches for this article, for this story, for the fact that you lost your daughter due to bullying and violence. It is heartbreaking, and I wish to send condolences to you, and I truly am sorry. Really. And to the people that are bullying, I wanted to make the poem like a double-edged poem, you know? One side for the victims, and the other side for the ones that are causing it. If you are a bully, then I want you to think about it. I want you to think about what you're doing. It is a fucked up and terrible thing to bully someone, to belittle them, and to treat them like as if they're less than you. So you might be popular and think that it's cool to bully people, and that's not the case. That is a disgusting thing to do. And try to understand from their perspective. They feel and they have emotions as well as you. Try to put yourself in their place. Try to see it from their point of view. And think about, how would you feel if someone bullied you? Done all the things that you do to others? Said all the things that you said to others? You may not even notice it, but some people have committed suicide because of bullying. You probably think it's not a big deal, but let me tell you, that guilt will eventually come back. Karma has a way of getting back at people. And let me tell you, when karma comes back, it will show you exactly how terrible of a person that you are and how terrible of a thing you did. Or later on in your later years, it will come back and it will show you just how terrible bullying actually is. I don't want to have people go at each other because of bullying. I do not condone violence in any way. I never have then, and I do not now. I don't want the victims to bully the people that are doing it. But I also don't want the bullies to continue to harass the victims. Some people think that revenge is the answer, but I promise you, revenge will never, ever be the right answer. If you're being bullied, I advise that you get help. Talk to someone. Or try to talk to the person that's bullying. Or if you know this person, then try to talk to them. Ask them why they're bullying you. Because for some bullies, they might be doing it because they're being bullied in their personal lives. There are bullies who only bully other people because they're getting the same treatment in their personal lives that no one knows. So they're just passing that pain, passing the abuse and rubbing it out onto others just so that they're not the ones that are dealing with it. And that's not the right choice. That's not the right thing to do. If you're being bullied in your personal life, if you're being bullied in your personal life, I advise that you get help. I advise that you have someone help you. Get help from a friend, from another family member. Let them know that you're being bullied, that you're being treated wrong, that you're being belittled by other people in your home, in your family. Let other people know that you're dealing with something that you don't feel comfortable sharing in public. And I get it, some people don't want to just put it out there and let people know, hey, I'm being bullied. And that's fine. You don't need to make it public. You can let people know privately. You can tell your friends privately, I'm being bullied. I need help. You can let a counselor know, I'm being bullied. I need help. You can let a teacher know. You can let your neighbor know. You can let anyone. You can let your friends know. You can let an adult know. You can let your neighbor. You can tell people. And if you don't feel comfortable, then I advise that you seek some kind of help in some way, shape, or form. There are ways of getting help. Now, I'm not trying to promote a BetterHelp.com kind of ad or anything. It's not like that. I wrote this poem about the two ends of being bullied and being the bully. Let me tell you, I used to be on both ends of that whole thing. I was once bullied. I was treated like a small fry. I was treated like as if because of my size I can't do shit. I was once bullied. It wasn't fun. It sucked. And because I couldn't take it no more, I bullied the bully. And I made him feel like shit. Let me tell you, it actually did not feel any better. If anything, it made me feel like I'm just like him now. This must be what it's like. I feel like shit. Bullying the bully it's not a good choice. Because if you bully the bully, you're not going to feel any better. If anything, you'll just be looked at the same way. You might think that you're brave now. You might think that, oh, I feel great now. I bullied the bully. But in other people's perspective, or in your future perspective, you'll take a look at that mistake and you'll think, wow, I actually feel like as if I'm the same as him. I bullied the bully, so that makes me a bully too. And believe me, some people will look at you in that perspective. And it is not a good feeling, let me tell you. You would think getting back at the bully would make you feel better, but it doesn't. You think it would put the bully in his place and that he'll respect you, but it won't. If anything, some may even fear you the way that people feared the bully in the first place. They would look at you in the same perspective. And it's a rough feeling. It's a rough thought. And I tell you, it is not really, it's not good. I wanted to make this episode because As I said earlier in the episode, being in a social platform online, on the podcast, on YouTube, I want to leave a impact on people, a positive impact. I want to inspire. I want to influence. I want to make a trend that everyone can get behind. And that trend is love. To share love. Spread love. You know? Some of you might think that this is stupid, but I think it's a trend that I want to believe that a lot of people will get behind. You know, I want to influence people to be polite, be kind, be courteous, be generous, be chivalrous. You know, help out your neighbors, help out your friends, help someone in need. Because you know what? I helped a person in need and I was rewarded for it. I held the door for a man who was selling donuts. It was a Dunkin' Donuts way back in California. I held the door open for him because I saw that his hands were full. And I thought, oh, this guy is selling donuts. Let me get the door for him and hold it. And you know what? Because I held the door open for him, I didn't ask him for a reward. I was going to mind my business and continue walking. But then he said, hey, excuse me, sir. And he gave me a fresh package of donuts for free. I told him, it's cool. You're selling donuts. You're delivering them. I don't want them. I don't even have money to pay for these donuts anyways. And he said, no. This is because you held the door open for me when you saw that my hands were full. So that this is my way of saying thank you. Again, I didn't ask him to give me anything in reward. I just thought, hey, his hands are full, I'll help him. And I felt happy that I did. I felt happy that I did a good deed without expecting a reward, but I got a reward anyways. And you know what? That reward was given because of kindness, selflessness, and being chivalrous. You know, kindness goes a long way. Love goes a long way. Respect. Love and respect is the key. Some of you might think that it's not, but believe me, it is. It most certainly is. So I want to really leave that for you guys to hear. I want to leave this episode for you guys to hear. Because I would want you all to really understand that being an entertainer online doesn't really mean I get to fuck around and just entertain people, crack jokes, tell stories, and just act like as if I have not a care in the world. That is not who I am. I want to be the kind of entertainer that would entertain you, but also leave a positive impact on people. Leave a positive influence and inspire other people to do the same. Again, I'm not expecting a reward. I'm not expecting to be seen as some role model. I'm not trying to be anyone's role model. I'm not looking to be rewarded for it. So I guess all I can really say is be kind to other people. Again, if you're being bullied, then taking your life or taking other people's lives will not grant you peace. It is not the only solution. It's not the solution at all, as a matter of fact. It is not the answer. And if you take your life, that's not going to be the best answer either. If anything, it will just cause more heartache. And believe me, it's not worth it. You know, if you're being bullied, then just understand that it's not going to last forever. Some people will grow out of it and even want to um, atone for it, apologize, and make amends for their past deeds of bullying. You know, there are some people that would want redemption and want to make peace and make amends for it. So, I just wanted to leave that little, like 27-minute podcast episode just to really leave something for you guys to enjoy. Leave something for you guys to really just listen to. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys really, just be careful, be safe, respect one another, love one another, and have a blessed Sunday, y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm out. Peace.